Welcome back. We'll begin the second half of the program with some wonderful film score music, which you might be familiar with. Ennio Morricone is an Italian film composer born in Rome in 1928. He's now 86. Morricone composed the scores for more than 500 films, both in Italy and the United States. And in 2007, he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Oscar for his contributions to the art of film music. Two of Morricone's best scores were completed within 2 years of each other, one in 1986 for the American film The Mission, and the other in 1988 for the Italian movie Cinema Paradiso. We'll hear themes from each of these today. Cinema Paradiso is set in a small town in Sicily, and it's a nostalgic look at the effect of movies on the young boy who later becomes a celebrated film director. So you'll hear the love theme from that to open the second half. And The Mission is based on the true story of Jesuit missions to the Guarani Indians in the 18th century Paraguay. The movie's release had a substantial impact on the social conscience of a number of modern Jesuits working with the poor in Argentina at the time, including one Father Jorge Bergoglio, who later became Pope Francis. Morricone's setting of the Ave Maria in the Guarani Indian language from the movie was sung at the Pope's Mass on the beach at 2013 World Youth Day in Rio de Janeiro. So, relevance to us and our church. Now, two themes from these movies. 6, at this time, the children's choir, if you're not already, you can go and line up in the narthex. Exodus. And you'll have to listen through the door, because this is going to be good. Now we turn to music by two Italian composers who were opposites in many ways. Gaetano Donizetti was born in northern Italy and worked in the first half of the 19th century. He composed in the so-called bel canto style, which means beautiful singing, as opposed to the alternative. Also favored by his contemporaries Rossini and Bellini, they also wrote in that bel canto style, as it was called. He was a successful composer, and many of his 70 operas are still performed today. One such opera, a romantic comedy, is L'Elixir d'Amore, The Elixir of Love, from which we hear the beautiful tenor aria Una furtiva lagrima, which is a hidden tear. Our bassoon soloist is St. Louis's own Eddie Sanders, principal bassoonist of the United States Air Force Band. Yeah. Ruggero Leoncavallo was born in southern Italy and worked in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Leoncavallo wrote in the verismo, or realism style, like his contemporary Puccini. But unlike Donizetti, he was sort of a one-hit wonder, and of his many operas, only Pagliacci is performed with regularity today. However, Leoncavallo has the very cool distinction of composing the first ever song written expressly for a record company. This song, Mattinata, or Morning, was written in 1904 and recorded the same year by Caruso, with the composer himself at the piano. It has become a mainstay of the tenor repertoire ever since. Our tenor soloist today for both Una furtiva lagrima and Mattinata is Jason Lee.
suoi sospir, i palpiti sentir, confondere i miei co' suoi sospir.
In 1955, Walt Disney released his 15th animated film, Lady and the Tramp, the story of a romance between a refined pedigree Cocker Spaniel, Lady, and a street-smart stray mutt, Tramp. In the film, Tramp shows Lady his carefree lifestyle leading to a candlelit spaghetti dinner outside the Italian restaurant of his friend Tony. Tony sings the Peggy Lee, Sonny Burke song, Bella Notte, Beautiful Night. This is the scene where they're both chewing on the same piece of spaghetti. So the children will sing that. After that, they'll sing one more piece with Jason. We'll bring Jason back. That's Amore, of course, was written in 1952 for a Martin and Lewis comedy, The Caddy, and was later used in the 1987 movie, Moonstruck. The music is by one of the great American songwriters, Harry Warren. Interestingly, Warren was born Salvatore Guaragno in Brooklyn, New York, in 1893 to Italian immigrant parents. His father anglicized the name to mitigate anti-immigrant feelings at the time. So Harry Warren, who wrote mainly for the movies, was nominated for 11 Best Song Academy Awards and 3 Oscars. In a career spanning decades, he wrote standard after standard, including classics like At Last, and the first song to sell 1 million copies of a single recording, and that was Chattanooga Choo Choo. Fun facts. So, before the children's choir starts, I just want to take a moment to thank Teresa Suhar and Larissa Sanders. They're the directors of the children's choir, and don't know if you know, but we meet on a weekly basis. They work tirelessly to rehearse the children's choir. They perform for liturgies, or they serve for liturgies once a month, and do a beautiful job of that. They are also preparing for our upcoming biblical musical, Fat, Fat Jehoshaphat. Not to be missed, not to be missed, Saturday, May 16th at 7 p.m. See you there, but first, Bella Notte.